Alright guys, I'm going to show you this eBay grab, this Napa truck. Now, I'm doing this freehand because it's kind of long and I can't get it all in on the shot unless I stand up, and I really don't feel like standing up because I kind of twisted my ankle. So, got a YouTube friend, Trey Tico Wimbush. I sent him a note. He's building a nice collection of Nylint haulers, and I saw this exact one on eBay. It was in pretty good condition. It does have a missing horn on the roof, and it was really good price. The reason why I saw it on eBay is because I was trying to get one from another guy, and he just was ridiculous on what he wanted for it. And it was about the same condition as this one. So I got this one, got it in the mail today, which is Wednesday, and it's in good shape. I mean, it's got play wear, which I like, because you know, when somebody's got a toy and it looks pristine, it makes me feel like they really didn't appreciate getting it, or they didn't care about having cool stuff like this. I'm gonna date this mid-70s, I think, judging by the front of the truck, and I could be off. I don't know how long they used that grill. I just know in the mid-70s we went to South Georgia, and one of the neighbor kids at my cousin's house had a Nylint truck like this, and I want to say it had an orange cab on it, and I thought it was a tanker, but I could be mistaken. That was a long time ago. But the front end, I just love the front end. So of course the Napa stuff you had to get at the Napa store. When I was a kid, I loved going to the Napa store with my dad. That was a man's part store. It was just always grungy, and every time I went with my dad, they knew who he was, and he knew all of them. And at Christmas time, they'd have trucks for sale. Oh, that's the Structo sitting right over there. It's been sitting on the table since I did the video. I got to figure out where to put it. I've told you guys I was kind of like out of room. Thinking about leaving that in my kitchen, putting it on my fridge or something, because I don't have any other shelf space for it. And so let's get back to this Napa truck. Now, going to Napa with my dad, you know, they always gave you stuff. Napa hats, calendars. God, I can't remember everything they used to give us. Ice scrapers. Little pocket mirrors. Yeah, kind of sissified, I guess, but it was free. And when you was a little kid, that was, especially in the 70s, that was awesome. Because I remember going. My friend's dad used to play pro ball. He played for Georgia, played for a professional football team, and he opened up a bar in Athens. And on Saturdays, we got to go up there and clean it up, and we got to play all the games for free. While we were there, and basically cleaning up meant, you know, just sweeping up the floor and picking up the, you know, whatever trash was out, and it was a great time. But anyways, something else about Napa, they used to have those little parts pets books where it had women, topless women, you know, showing their boobs off and wearing shorts or panties, or if they was totally naked, they only showed their boobs. Now they can't do that. I don't think they do that anymore. I could be wrong. But yeah, we used to sneak the parts pets all the time. So let's check this Napa truck out. So we're going to start with the trailer. Like I said, it's got some play wear on it, but man, this thing's in awesome shape. And if I ain't mistaken, the guy that had it sell it was his. And when I read the description, he didn't have any room for anything else anymore, and he was just getting rid of stuff. And it was a great price, $18 I think it was, plus shipping. Like, it was around like $22 I think, all said and done. But that's the curbside. All right, there's the door. It's still attached. It functions well. And here's the roadside. The decal is in awesome condition. Like I said, there's a couple little spots of rust, but not bad at all. This looked like it was an indoor toy out all its life, because the wheels are not damaged, not scarred up or all, but it's in really good shape. So here's the cab. We're going to look at the curbside first. All the hubcaps are on. I didn't mention it, all of them on the trailer. and the cab. Stacks are on it, pretty good shape. Tanks on both sides, and it has a sleeper. There's a Napa decal on this side. And I mentioned that the air horn is damaged here. I see that set, roof set, every now and then for sale on eBay. If I catch a good one, I'm gonna grab it and see if I can swap it out. But this one had antennas. You see the plastic pieces are still in the holes where they broke off, and that's about the worst part of the truck. There is a small dent. Looked like something may have fell and broke the horn, but that's okay. Maybe the truck fell off, or when the guy was playing with it when he had it as a child. Here's the back. You know, Dolly's got some wear on it, of course. Roadside, and the chrome is still pretty good on both stacks and tanks. And here's the front. It's got that generic looking grill. And then, you know, they went to the Ford style grill, and I'm not an expert, and I'm sure I'm probably not right, but I ought to go pull that front end off the hook and ladder. It's a Ford front end, or it's a Ford cab, but it looks like a Ford. You cover up the grill, it looks like a Ford, but it's got this generic grill. Maybe they were working out a deal to put a Ford grill in it at one time or another. I'm not sure, but I just remember that grill and that truck from the 70s that kid had down in South Georgia, and I always wanted one, but I never got it until now. Alright, and there it is again. Old Napa, Nylint NAPA truck and trailer. It's a good looking piece. Again, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm kind of glad that Trey didn't pull the trigger on this one, because I went back and it was still available, so I grabbed it and very happy with it. I'm glad nobody else pulled the trigger on it, because when you look at the prices on these trucks online, and they're all over the place. There was a few of them with a lot of damage, really rough looking. You know, they're wanting $50 for them. So I've said it before. I try to get stuff at the best price possible. I do set price limits for myself, but if it's something I want, I will pay up to get it. Some people may think that's stupid. I've had friends in the past that, you know, they'll go out and buy tons of alcohol on a Friday and get hammered and make fun of me for like buying stuff like this. And I'm like, well, the next morning I still have this, and all that alcohol you drank, you peed out. You know, and they always come and say, well, you're right. And plus they like coming over here and checking out my stuff too. One of them brings his kid over, his grandkid over every now and then. I've given his grandkid some newer stuff. I gave one kid a Tonka dump truck from my son's age. It's got the real wide front and back tires on it, and my son had like 3 or 4 of them, and that kid didn't have any, and he liked playing with them, so I just gave it to him. It's in Italy right now. I guess they still have it, because they moved back to Italy, and now they're coming back. I can't wait to see my friend and his family. I haven't seen him in years. Maybe they'll bring that Tonka truck back. It's probably gone, but it's also neat when you see a kid that comes over and they see the stuff that I grew up with, or a lot of us grew up with, versus what they have now, and they just can't get over some of the details and all that as they get older. It's like my son's going to his best friend's, what do they call it, reveal party for the baby and all that. And but you know, they were that generation where stuff was going from metal, semi-metal, to mostly plastic and all that. So it's pretty neat when you sit there and see how people react when they see these old toys like this. And again, I think this is from like the mid-70s. I haven't done any investigating in like Wishbook Web online, and I didn't see this truck's version on TNT Toy Trucks, but I guess the guy that had his collection on there, he never collected this style stuff. or maybe he did and they just didn't post it. But I'm going to eventually find the year. Like I said, I'm saying mid-70s, 74, 75. And I don't know how long that version of the cab ran. But like, again, if you look at take the grill off, it looks like the Ford cab that's on a lot of the Nylints from the late 70s through the 80s. You know, sweet looking ride. Y'all check out Trey's videos. He's got some pretty sweet Nylints, and he's got one I wish I had. It's a Mayflower. I didn't know that one existed until I checked out his videos. So, gang, that's about it for this. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week and have a good day.